Hello there, people. You look at me. Yes. It is time to talk, to do things. Alright, so things have been a bit hectic today, and I was gonna make a video for you yesterday in Istanbul, but I did not because I got distracted by people, which was pretty nice. We were at a park with some friends of Evelina's. Yeah, and I had fun. Now I'm no longer in Istanbul. I am in Stockholm, in Sweden, because I should do this chronologically. I should do this in order. So, Istanbul was awesome. I was unsure whether I should go there, but I ended up staying there for a while, waiting to hear about this meditation course, which I got into, but more on that later. But yeah, it was a great place. Saw some of the big tourist attractions, and like, they're nice. Most of them are not completely mind-blowing, but I enjoyed myself. It was pretty nice, and they have a lot of good food. We ate some great falafel and a lot of Turkish delight and that kind of stuff, and cheap durum for like 15 crowns. So what's that, €2, €2.5? That was also awesome. Yeah, I liked the vibe of the city. It was really nice, very beautiful as well. Like, really beautiful city. You don't have to go anywhere to see the beauty. It's just kind of there all the time. But there's also a lot of energy and a lot of buzz, which I thought I was okay with until I came here and I started like relaxing again. But yeah, I met some great people at the hotel back in Fethiye, and one of them was a woman who lives in Istanbul, and I talked about going there, and she said, you know what, I'm not staying there, so why not just borrow my apartment? It's empty anyways. And I was like, I've known you for like a day, but sure. So I did. And she was so nice and really friendly, and so was her mom and her cousin who came and helped and opened things up and explained some tips and tricks for me. I was sad because I had to leave Adam, who was really nice, and I just met another Russian girl, Valeria, and Evelina, who's from Ukraine. And I started talking really well with them, especially the day before I had to leave, but I'd already ordered my plane ticket, so there's like no way back. So I thought, what the hell. But then, as I arrive in Istanbul, Evelina texts me and is like, hey, so some of my French friends, that's a tongue twister, French friends, okay, it's not so bad. But they were like, hey, we have just been hiking and had no Wi-Fi connection at all, but we're going to Istanbul in 3 hours in this bus. Do you want to join? It's just like, yes, sure, run, pack things and just run off. And that was fine. I explained about all this, didn't I? Talking about things in Danish and English and in different time frames and with a lot of things going on confuses me, but I have the sense I talked about this. You're gonna have to live with that. I'm sorry. You will know why. I've not slept today, so things are messy. But yeah, we came to Istanbul. It's a great place. Met one of Evelina's friends, Volt. Shout out to Volt if she's ever going to see this. I don't think so, but anyways, she's really awesome, very quick, so I enjoyed talking with her a lot. We went to some museums. That was pretty nice, and Hagia Sophia, some of the big palaces and temples, but mostly it was just like the places and the food and walking around. Also celebrated birthday of a guy from Toga, I think, who was not able to celebrate his birthday because of lockdown. But then when lockdown lifted, they were like, okay, let's celebrate for him. And we celebrated with 2 Iranian people who had fled from Iran because the guy was about to finish his master's at university and so would have to do military service, and he didn't want to do that. So they fled to Istanbul, and they're like looking to get a visa, like student visa to Canada. They've like applied for all kinds of places in Europe mostly, because that's where they want to live. But you just got rejected everywhere because the Iranian passport is like horrible. Like, I've heard the Turkish people complain about their passports, but those two Iranian people, that couple, they wished they had a Turkish passport. Like, ugh, it's so bad. But it makes me appreciate and feel grateful for what I have, because my God, that thing is strong. Like, Danish passport, wow. I can do basically anything. Like, even Evelina, the girl I live with, she really wants to go to England, but they're not gonna let her in because basically they think she's a Russian spy, even though she's Ukrainian. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We were supposed to meet with that other Russian girl, Valeria, in Istanbul, but in the evening we thought she would stay there for like 2 days, and then in the evening we're gonna like go and have a night out, and she was like, oh, by the way, I'm leaving tonight, so I won't really have that much time. And we're like, oh, well, shit, that's really bad. Also because we'd gotten out the door, and then the woman which apartment we were staying at texted me. I was like, okay, work has popped up, so I have to like go back tonight, so I need you to leave so I can do my work. So we had to like go back and pack everything up and clean the apartment, and it took a lot of extra time. So we never met Valeria. She just had to go, and that was sad, but such is life. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been great, mostly because of people, awesome people, and I once again am reminded of how amazing people are and how much I enjoy their company, how much better I am with people in my life. So yeah, that's a bit short one, but you're gonna have to deal with that, I think. I can't think that much. Istanbul's nice. You should go there and have some good experiences. Though a lot of things were like shut down because, you know, COVID. A lot of limitations to what you can do. Like no bars and that stuff. But then, yeah, yesterday I made a video for the Danish people on the boat. I'm sorry you did not get a boat video. I had planned to in the evening, but then we had to like leave for the park to meet some friends, and then it was like super late and I just wanted to get home. But then you can get an update here, exclusively. Well, not exclusively, but the Danish people get in 2 parts. You can get it in 1 part, which is maybe better. I don't know. That's your decision. But yeah, I talked about how I'd basically given up on that meditation course and how I would start looking for a place to hike. And Evelina was supposed to go and say goodbye to one of her French friend, because he was going back to France. And so I had the night for myself, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go look for some countries I could go to that are open where I don't have to go quarantine. And I did not do that. But then at like 10:30, an email pops in that says, hey, it's the meditation course. You were on the waiting list and there's opened a spot, so you can join if you want. I was like, yes, please, thank you. So I just hurried up and ordered a plane ticket and like did research on like what could I do with PCR test, and you could like do it at the airport and get a response within like 2 hours. And then I found a bus going to the airport, and I had to take the bus at like 4:15. So I've not slept because I stayed up all night to do the airport thing. And then I'd had to suddenly just say goodbye to Evelina, and especially her other really awesome friend Volt, who I talked a lot with. Because we were supposed to go biking around some islands today. That's Monday. Today's Monday. But that didn't happen. So sad life, but that's how it is. But yeah, stay awake, and then I go to the airport and I get the test and everything's good. I give them my phone number so that they can send me the response when it's there. Dark foreshadowing. Pretend like nothing. And you know, I found some breakfast and I sat and chilled and I was reading and I was meditating, and then suddenly it was boarding time and I realized, oh wait, that COVID test response is not here yet. And then I rushed over to the boarding place and they were like, well, we can't do anything for you, just like you have 15 minutes, go run, find them. Like I thought they would have like some sort of contacts or phone number or something on that, like on that facility, because it's in the airport and it's like airport personnel that, you know, manage that thing, but apparently not. So I had to rush through outside all of the security and like find my way from another angle and go down there. And I was like, dude, what the hell? Why did you not pick it up? I was like, you didn't tell me that I needed to like go and pick it up physically. I just assumed that it would be digital because all the COVID tests I've tried so far have been digital. Of course, you can also get a printed version, but I'd assume you would get a digital one, but not this time. So that was some shit. But I had to just like rush, and then I had to go through all the security again, and I got stopped at the passport control because when I got through the first time, I'd bought a water, and then I was rushing out. I had to go through again, and then I have to like take it and, you know, throw it away, and I haven't even opened it yet, and I was actually kind of thirsty, but I didn't have time for that. I just had to rush, and the passport control guy said, okay, I can let you in, but man, like the gate is already closed. I was like, no, it's fine, I just run, it'll be fine. And I rushed over there, and the woman looked at me and was like, sorry man, I don't give a fuck, it's closed. And I could see out the window, I could see the plane, I could see that the stairs were still attached, and I thought, my baggage in there, I spent money on this is really bad, am I gonna even be able to join the meditation course? So I panicked, and then I just gave up a little bit and I accepted my fate. I then went to help desk for that company, and I was told to wait like 2 minutes because the guy just had to talk to some other couple, and that was not 2 minutes because, my god, turns out they had a big problem of overstaying their visa in Turkey, so they had to get thrown out of the country, but they only had travel permission to Britain, and Britain is locked, or like it's closed to travel from Turkey, so you couldn't really go anywhere, and they stood to like be sent to an immigration camp or something completely fucked. So that was a mess and took a long time. They got dragged around in the airport. I just have to like follow around as well. But finally I talked to the guy. It was like, okay, I'll take you to this desk and you can like talk with them about getting a refund or a new ticket or something. And I went over there and they said, hey, you can get a new ticket, but we can only get you a flight tomorrow. I was like, that's not going to work. I have to be at the meditation course tomorrow. So I was like, well, fuck, what do I do? And then I had looked online and I'd found another flight with another company in another airport. And I had like 3 hours to, well, it was like 11, I think. And it would be flying at 2:30. And it would take me 4 hours to get there by public transport. So I was kind of like, fuck, what do I do? Am I going to take a cab all the way? That would be really shit. But then I go outside and there's luckily a shuttle bus going from one airport in Istanbul to another airport in Istanbul. So I made everything and I got to the other airport. I had booked my ticket through Scandinavian Airlines, or SAS. And then I arrived there and I looked for my flight and it's not on the board. I'm like, what is this? What is this? I cannot deal with any more troubles. There was another one by Turkish Airlines, like another flight, but like my flight, like everything of the flight details were different except the like departure and arrival time. So I didn't really understand what was going on, but I was in doubt. I had to like go back and forth between information desks and checking reports, and then finally I found out that okay, it was the correct one. It was just gone, like one company was actually handling me and then the other one was just like managing it in the digital world. I don't get how it works, but while being stressed about all that, this Swedish guy calls me, and this is actually really fortunate because of Corona, I was not allowed to go to the meditation center by public transport, like in Sweden. Going by plane from another country to Sweden, no problem. Using public transport, going to that airport in the beginning, no problem. But going directly from somewhere in Sweden to the meditation center, cannot do that by public transport. So I thought that if I had extra time, I could like hike there, but it's like 300 kilometers, so that was not happening in a day. And then I thought, fuck, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna have to spend a shit ton of money on renting a car and driving for 2 hours and then letting it sit there for 10 days. That's like shit. but that's life, I guess. But then they have this co-sharing ride thing as part of the meditation thing, that if people are going there together, like people can go there together if they want. And by some miracle, there's a guy in Sweden called Anas, and shout out to Anas, because man, he saved my ass, because he had a car from Stockholm, going from Stockholm, with space for 3 people, and there's 3 people requesting to go from Stockholm, so it fit perfectly. And he called me, I was like, hey, do you want a space? And I was like, oh my god, yes, I would like that very much. So that all clicked in perfectly, and I'm gonna join them tomorrow. They're gonna pick me up somewhere across a bridge here in Stockholm, and then we're gonna go and meditate. Listening to motorcycles might be meditations for some people, but not for me. Assholes. But yeah, everything worked out completely smoothly, even though I had fucked up and missed my flight and everything was a mess. Way too smoothly, because I was only delayed by like 3-4 hours, and now I'm here in Stockholm and I got my luggage and it was just no problem. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky that I got on the waiting list. I got in from the waiting list, and that I could actually go here despite me being a moron and making mistakes. So I'm very happy about that, and excited, because I want to deepen my practice, and it is gonna be hard, like really hardcore. But that's how it is. I'm just gonna go there and make the best of it, and I hope that things will turn out great. And yeah, you're not gonna hear from me the next 10 days, so you're gonna have to deal with that. And maybe I'll be a different person when I come back. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what to expect from this. I just expect that it will be really tough and difficult, and maybe the hardest thing I'll ever do. And I'm also afraid that I won't be able to succeed, but some people believe in me, so I'm also gonna believe in me, like at least a little bit. Something like that. What else? Oh yeah, actually arriving here to Stockholm was so nice. Like I came to like a small, the smaller of the airports. I don't know how many, but it was a small one. It just felt so nice and small and cozy and modest. Like it just felt really modest, and I had missed plain modesty and just laid back, easygoing things, because that's what we're good at in Scandinavia, both with buildings and traffic and cities. And like the airport building was kind of small, and I felt just really cozy and nice in it. So it was perfect, and I felt kind of at home and a little more relaxed and at peace. But then I started walking around in the center of the city, and I felt like a bum, because I'm not wearing pretty clothes and I'm like a bit scruffy. So suddenly I was like very self-aware and feeling judged a lot. So the peace disappeared quickly, because you cannot disappear in the mass the same way you can in Istanbul, because my god, there's so many people and it's such a mess and buzz and just rushing around with things all the time. It's not the same here. It's a lot more individual, and I guess it's the same in Copenhagen, but like most people have so much style, like in their clothing and their appearance in general is really impressive. And then there's also the prices. Like in Istanbul, I could eat a dürüm for like 20 crowns, which is like 3 euros or so. Less than that, 2.5, I guess. And then here I ate Vietnamese food, which was pretty alright, but for what is like 100 crowns, so what, 15 euros, something like that. Quite a lot. Prices are completely different here. Oh, and I also I have the socks I'm wearing, and then I have the underwear I'm wearing, because I had left some laundry in Istanbul yesterday and was supposed to pick it up this morning, but that didn't happen because I had to leave. So fun times. I have to go buy some, but most stores are closed, and I would not pay like 15 euro or like 100 kroner for one pair of underwear. So I hope to find something else tomorrow before I have to leave, or otherwise I'm going to be very disgusting. It'll be fine. I'll have a few hours for it. So yeah, that's all nice and good and excitement, and I also took a lot of pictures in Istanbul that I'm going to share with you as well. So I hope you enjoy all that, and thank you for staying in contact and being interested in what I'm doing and also what Astrid is doing when she was joining. And yeah, you're all great and I love you, and bye bye.